Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. The Turkish mint is kicking the rear of the United States mint in terms of gold coin production. Let's explore. Yes, this was sent to me by Silver Honda and Chuck and Plata from Seeking Alpha, an article written by Jan Nguyen, who is just says here that the Turkish mint has outpaced the United States mint in terms of gold coin productions for the third year in a row. In 2019, the Turkish National Mint produced 37 tons of gold coins, up 31% year on year, and the United States Mint 7 tons, down 42% year on year. So for the third year in a row, the Turkish Mint has produced more gold coins than the United States Mint. It is fascinating to see. Here we see an image of those coins there. Look at that. And in the international English-speaking gold community, the U.S. Mint is often regarded as the largest mint globally in terms of gold coins produced, measured by weight. Western media regularly report on U.S. Mint production numbers as if they serve a proxy for gold sentiment in general, which is a false analysis. In 2019, for example, the U.S. dollar gold price was up 18.9%, while the U.S. Mint's annual production was lower than the previous 17 years. Here we can see this chart that shows that here. Gold production at Turkey and the U.S., it is quite a telling tale. Turkish Mint in the dark blue, the U.S. Mint in the gold there. We can see that for quite a while, even in the early 2000s, when the price was lower, the Turkish Mint was producing quite a bit more by metric ton weight of gold coins than the United States Mint. It was only in 2008 through 2009 and 10 where it was outpacing the Turkish Mint, the United States Mint, and then again between 2015 and 2016. But look at that, in 2013, we were kind of a downward trajectory there, but the Turkish Mint was up 90 metric tons there. Crazy. Wow. And of course, 2019, we're seeing one of, an increasingly large spread there between the production at Turkish Mint and the United States Mint. Hardly ever is the Turkish Mint mentioned. One, because Western media tend to be very U.S.-centric. Two, the Turkish Mint exports few coins to the West. If you look around on websites and Western coin dealers, seldom will you find a product minted in Turkey. Western dealers mostly sell coins produced by the U.S. Mint, South African Mint, Chinese, Canadian, Austrian Mint, and Australian Perth Mint coins. Coins from the Turkish Mint and Iranian Mint aren't popular in the West, though these fabricators are among the largest globally. And here we see monthly gold production in Turkey versus the United States over the past few years. Look at that. And you can see it there. Considering the U.S. Mint exports its coins the world over, while the Turkish Mint does not produce more coins, highlights the magnitude of Turkish coin production. Produces more coins, The enormous difference in gross domestic product of both countries puts their production data truly in perspective. U.S. GDP accounts for more than $20 trillion, while Turkey's GDP is less than $800 billion. In conclusion, the U.S. economy is 26 times greater than the Turkish economy. Still, the Turks produce 5 times more gold coins, which are mostly purchased locally. And that just goes to show you that most nations in the Mid-East and Far East, by their very culture, is more gold-centric. And it's not something so much about Western focus. I believe it's about the culture of gold is much more profound in those nations than in the United States. So in a sense, this doesn't surprise me. In 2019, the Turkish Mint produced 37 tons in gold coins, up 31% year on year. and the U.S. Mint 7 tons, which is down 42% year over year. For the third year in a row, the Turkish Mint has produced more gold coins than the United States Mint. I'm actually surprised, and really in some ways, that they've not been producing more for a longer period of time. The Perth Mint in Australia sold 12 tons in gold coins in 2019, down 3% year on year. Production data by other mints has yet to be published. In Turkey, gold coins function as a parallel currency, and I think that is an important thing to keep in mind here. It's not that coin sales in any country are the primary drivers of the global gold price, but by examining the Turkish coin market, we see more evidence for the deeply rooted differences in gold cultures between East and West. In many countries in the East, gold continues to be a part of everyday life. In Iran, gold coins are still used for large payments, such as rent. In India, gold jewelry and ornaments are used as gifts at weddings and childbirths. In fact, because of some restrictions on gold and taxation on gold in India, a lot of this is being replaced by silver, or has been. It's now gone down a bit. The Indian demand for silver is down now, but it was a suitable substitute for some of these. Gold is deeply embedded in the Turkish culture too. Remember, coinage was invented around 600 to 700 BC in Lydia, which is now Turkey, then a province of the Achaemenid Persian Empire. Just like the people in Iran and India, the people in Turkey still have a strong tradition of saving in physical gold. In Turkey, the products made by the mint serve as a parallel currency. And here we have a tweet. It says the carat weight still used by jewelers equals 1/24th of an ounce and is based off the weight of the seed of the carob tree. That's interesting. All coins produced by the Turkish mint are 22 carat, which is old measure from the Middle East, still used for jewelry, which equals 916 parts per 1,000 fine. Historically, this has been the most common fineness for gold coins used as currency. Adding copper or other metals to gold hardens it and increases durability. Coin production at Darfane, the Turkish national mint, is done on demand. When bullion with a fineness of no less than 995 parts per thousand weighing at least 1 kilogram is offered for manufacturing, the Turkish mint produces 2 types of products, each with 5 sizes ranging from 1.8 grams to 36.1 grams. There is Republic Jewelry Gold and Republic Gold coins. Let's see here. Let's see what this overview is. This should be pretty interesting. There it is. So we can see there the different denominations and the weight in grams for each one. Fascinating. The former can best be described as medallions and the latter as coins. On the website of local coin dealer Goke Colossian, the differences uses or the 2 products are explained. Ata 100 kuros 7 gram zingnet is an Arabic originated word and means ornament or decoration. It is the general name given to gold used for jewelry purposes. Republic Jewelry Gold produced by the mint is generally used for jewelry purposes and is seen as a guarantee of a married woman in the social structure of the country. Look at that. It is beautiful. Very ornate. Ata 100 kuros or 7.2 grams, the Google Translate muskuk, which derives its source from Arabic coin, meaning stamped and converted into a coin. Muskakut means coins. In practice, Republic Gold coins, which are produced by the mint, are divided into 2 types, mezkuk and zinet. Mezkuk Kumaret gold is a means of saving in our country. So Zinet is a Republic Jewelry Gold and Muskuk is Republic Gold coins. And from the website Gold Bars Worldwide, it says that for many in Turkey, there's a social obligation for family and friends to provide gold coins on important occasions. For example, coins are often given at the time of a couple's engagement, marriage, birth, male circumcision, graduation, and conscription into the military. Remarkably, in 2019, Darphane mostly produced the smallest 1.8 grams, followed by the 7-gram medallion in Republic Jewelry Gold, Zinet. For Republic Gold coins, mostly the 7.2 gram coin was produced. So again, this is fractional gold, more affordable gold you can find out there, which is another reason why I've always stated that really silver stackers can acquire gold, especially nowadays, more and more at a reasonable price and value. You just don't get as much metal for your money when you buy gold, but it is a more stable as a way to diversify. This confirms the currency element of the Turkish mint's products. Gold is an expensive precious metal, but small amount can be used as gifts for weddings. Small denominations of 7.2 grams and Republic Gold coins can be used for savings and payments. And here we see from this pie chart, Turkish Mint all gold products made in 2019, which has a total 37 tons. We can see there that the gross weight, the smaller denominations here, 26%, 1.8 gram, and with 3.6 gram, there is the largest unit there. Fascinating indeed. Very small amount, 2%, or actually doesn't hardly even measure on the scale here. I guess that says 2%, is 36.1 gram. Let's see. Actually, this is kind of confusing. They actually should have used a bar chart for this because there is a 0% category here. And I think that is supposed to be the 36.1 gram, which means that there's negligible amount of that out there. Yeah, poorly done chart. But you can see the because of the nature of the economy and of the people there, these smaller weights are exchanged much more greatly. It says one would expect a high premium on a gold content of a small Turkish coins, but the premiums are remarkably thin. The most popular meskuk has a gross weight of 7.2 grams and its fine content is 6.61 gram. The production cost of Darphane is paid in gold and is only 1%. For 1 kilogram fine gold, one is required to pay Darphane 9.43 gram to receive 149 coins. Although the fee in the free market, the premiums widely differ. The minting cost for most coin sizes are paid in gold. Darphane retains a part of each gold kilobar delivered by the entity ordering manufacturing. Hereby, it recognizes that gold is money. That is fascinating indeed, and for sure, that they are literally putting their money where their gold is. Although Turkish coin production has been impressive in the recent years, the rising gold price and the Turkish lira has dampened coin offtake. This fits the long-term Eastern mentality regarding gold. Buy low. That's good advice. Here's a Turkish Mint monthly gold production, Turkish lira gold price per gram. And so, yeah, you can see there how they differ there. Coin production trend line. The chart you can see coin production spiked in 2013 when gold price declined globally. Another reason to put a spotlight on the Turkish gold market is its gold banking system introduced in 2011. In the system, the Turkish central banks allowed Turkish commercial banks to use gold as an eligible reserve requirement asset. And that is really essentially aligning with the Bank of International Settlements that gold is a tier 1 asset. It could be a system that would be rolled out in more countries. In fact, really, in a sense, the central bank of central banks recognize it, and more countries, especially those of the BRICS nations, are utilizing gold as that ultimate reserve money. Unconventional monetary policy in, for example, the U.S. and Eurozone is becoming increasingly ineffective. At some point, things will change. While it's hard to say in what direction central banks will move, It's valuable to be aware of all options. Well, that's true. I tell you what. Our monetary system really, for what it is, since 1913, the founding of the Federal Reserve, and what we've been doing to debase our currency over the years, really should be viewed as unconventional. But now it's the norm. In fact, the fact that we don't use gold and silver as money really should be used as unconventional. And because for thousands of years before, it was. In fact, it's in our Constitution that gold and silver between the states shall be used as money. So there you have it. Very interesting article here. And I want to extend a huge multitude of gratitude to Chuck and Plata and Silver Honda for making me aware of this. Fascinating indeed. Post your thoughts below about the Turkish mint and where can we get some of these coins. I would love to have one of these coins, but apparently they're more for domestic production, which goes to show you that Turkey's increased gold reserves, now that makes a lot more sense because they're literally using it as money, whereas other nations that are accumulating gold as money, like in China and Russia, they're not. Fascinating indeed. I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.